So with Gigabyte at CES 2012, taking a look at the upgraded S1080s. Now the S1081, and of course Cedar Trail is the big theme here. So still a 10-inch screen with a 1024x600 display. This one's actually got a matte cover on it. I always tell people if you've got a glossy screen you can put a matte cover on it, but if you've got a matte screen you can't put a glossy cover on it. So they've done that here. Obviously this is a business focused machine, and the key feature really was always the ports that you got on this, and Cedar Trail adds in the HDMI port, as you can see there. So you've got VGA, HDMI, there's the, is that the SIM card slot, because this is 3G enabled, USB 3, fan output port there, going along the other side, lock, volume, full SD card slot there, another USB, mic, headphone, and of course Ethernet. Is that Gigabit Ethernet or just 10100? It is Gigabit Ethernet, yeah. And what you can also see, actually before I show you the dock, let's just take this off and show you the sort of thickness. It's not the thinnest of devices around, but it's actually, I think, looks pretty good. And yeah, it's again not the lightest of devices around, but it certainly fits as a unique device in the market. There isn't a tablet quite like this, certainly at this price point anyway. We've seen this in Europe for sale for under 600 euros, well at least the previous version with a 1080. But anyway, look behind here, because this is an interesting docking station for this, and this is one of the things I like about Gigabyte. They always seem to have a nice little sort of accessory, and this docking station, of course, you can imagine buying a couple of these, having one at home, one at work, and then basically being hot desking between the two. It's a little bit unfortunate that the 1081 is only Cedar Trail, because it does have an upper limit, of course, to its processing capabilities. It would be nice to see in the future maybe a Sandy Bridge or an Ivy Bridge version of this, taking it up to a sort of full computing experience. But on the docking port there, you've got the normal power, headphone, mic, Gigi again, HDMI, 3 USB, I think that's USB 2s, I'm not sure if the USB 3 is extended there, and a VGA as well. They've also got some pretty powerful, and we had a listen to this earlier, powerful speakers on this as well. I don't know if I can quickly demo that. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah. Well, if you're not hearing it on the video, that actually sounds quite good. So that's the S1081. It's available pretty much now, I think. 1081 coming out January, February, and it's a global product, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So and we haven't got prices. What's the entry level price point?
We expect it to be $649.
$649 entry level. Of course, this will have SSD options as well. This one's loaded with 4 gig of RAM, but it may be entry level at 2 gig. So bear that in mind. So that's the S1081 with a docking station at CES 2012 with Gigabyte.